Hi, welcome to our new video. Today we're going to show you how to make this incredible river table, also known as a live edge table. We'll be working with Eli-Chem Resins deep cast and total cast resins and resi-tint pigments. Kevin Tidbury, the bearded joiner, will be showing us how it's done. We'll be walking you through the steps involved, choosing and prepping the wood, creating the mould, sealing the wood, the main resin pour, and the finishing process. Eli-Chem recommends that you always follow good industrial hygiene. This includes wearing gloves, safety glasses, and allowing sufficient ventilation. For our project, we're using this lovely piece of elm. When selecting your wood, ensure it is seasoned, dry, and as flat as possible. Your local timber merchant can help you with this. The wood will need to be cut, planed, and passed through a thicknesser. Again, your timber merchant or local joinery shop will be able to help you with this. Next, the size of the table and the shape of the river need to be determined. For our project, we're making a coffee table and the size is approximately 900 by 600 millimeters. Now we're going to prep the live edge. Make sure there's no dust or dirt and remove any loose bark or burrs. Now we're ready to move on to the mould. For our mould, we're using melamine MDF. However, you can use most plastics such as polypropylene or acrylic sheet. We recommend you apply a release agent to the mould. This will help to easily remove the table afterwards. Make sure the mould is clean, dust-free and watertight. Prior to setting the wood into the mould, tape over any major knots or holes. This stops the resin from leaking out from the underside. Lay the wood into the mould, and once level, we're ready to seal the edges and fill any knots or holes. This helps stop air ingress from the wood during the main pour. We're using Eli-Chem Total Cast for this, as it gives us a quicker curing time. However, if you have more time, you can simply use deep cast for both sealing and the main pour. We've left our Total Cast to dry for 12 hours, and we're now ready for the main resin pour. We are using Eli-Chem Deep Cast Clear Epoxy Casting Resin for our river. This resin is optically clear, UV stable, non-toxic, low odour and mixed in a 2:1 ratio. To work out the amount of resin needed, we're taking the length of the table and multiplying it by the average width of the river in metres. We then multiply that by the depth in millimetres. In this case, 0.9 metres times 0.2 metres times 25 millimetres gives us 4.5 litres of resin. Pour the measured quantities of resin and hardener into your mixing container and stir for 3 to 5 minutes. Be thorough and scrape around the sides and base to ensure everything is encapsulated into the mix. We'll be adding colour with Resin turquoise pigment, and we have a range of 18 colours to choose from. Eli-Chem Deep Cast gives you a long working window, so there is no need to rush. You can pour up to 50mm in depth in a single pour. Just before the main pour, make sure your table is clamped down to the mould using wooden standoffs. Now you can see why it's called a river table. You can add more pigment into the resin after the initial pour if you want a bolder final colour. Next, pass a blowtorch or heat gun over the resin surface to remove mixing bubbles. It is a good idea to cover your work to protect from dust or debris. We chose to cover with a river table we made earlier. However, you can use rigid sheeting such as cardboard. Leave your table for 7 days before demoulding. It is now ready for machining and sanding. For the initial machining, we used a router and jig to take off approximately 2mm. If you don't have this equipment available, you can use a handheld sander. Then we moved on to sanding. Starting at 80 grade, moving up to 120, 160, 240 and so on, right up to 3000 with wet and dry. We chose to bevel the edges of our table. This is optional, but gives a nice rounded edge. Once you're happy with the finish, where the wood and resin meet, we recommend applying a wood oil to bring out the grain, and a polishing compound on the resin for the final wow factor. Eli-Chem Deep Cast is available in a range of 6 sizes, from 300ml up to 37.5 litre kits, and is available to buy online. Here is a summary of the equipment and materials used to make this beautiful table. Eli-Chem Deep Cast is extremely versatile and not limited to only river tables. Here are some of the other projects we have recently completed. These amazing resin wood cubes are perfect for stools or occasional tables. You can also try coasters, serving platters and cheese boards. Thanks to Kevin Tidbury, the bearded joiner, for all his help to make this fantastic table. Thanks to you for watching, and good luck with your project. Please make sure to let us know what you think in the comments below.